The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Give to the running back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they can't make the connection. No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Cuevas. This one's complete.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He's got it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The play action fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Snowed under by the defense.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Moffitt. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll try the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Spins away from the defense.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard. On the doorstep of Pater. Second and goal for this offense. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They'll try the toss to the left. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. On the option. The pitch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Line getting set on 2nd down. Here comes the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Cowboys are on the move. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Grab behind the line. It's Moffitt. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turns it on in midfield. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buffs! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And I think out routes are solely about timing because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
Pulls it in. It's Worthy. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Now on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Cowboys racing to the line in a hurry up. The option look. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 7 over USF. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll give it to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Going to try to get it. Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's Cuevas. Still looking, on the move. And that's a live ball. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think
gonna let it fly. He holds it in and nobody's close. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Colorado! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Catch in the middle. It's worthy. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads it left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He wants to go deep, and he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Skips away from pressure. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's going to pass on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And, you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He'll start the third quarter with the run. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Here on third down for this offense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the fullback. Still on his feet at the 45. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Buffaloes have pushed it inside the 20. The give to the back. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of playing.
Touchdown, Buffs! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Giving him his pads. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Cuevas. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Looking down the middle. Fires it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. Bounced off his feet. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Colorado! And the pummeling has started. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle.